So this is the feeling. The only thing that can make me okay is if she is not dead. 10 years ago, my mom passed away. 1 week ago was her birthday. Today is my birthday. I'm being honest here, I'm having a really hard time. It's very difficult for me, I'm heavy in the grief. That's also why I thought that this is a beautiful opportunity to open up and to share about my journey of losing my mom and how it's been afterwards. And if you have lost someone in your life, well then I truly hope that this video finds your way and that you will receive something out of it and that you will enjoy. So yeah, thanks for watching, have a beautiful day, enjoy. It feels like this, it feels like a dream, a long, outlasted dream. It feels like tomorrow in 3 days I'm gonna wake up and then I'm gonna remember, it was just a dream. And then my mom is still alive and I can just call her and talk and tell her about that horrible dream that I just had. This is how it felt when she passed away in the beginning. Like, this is not real, this does not feel real, this is just a bad dream. And in 3 days I'm gonna wake up and remember that, oh yeah, it was just a dream. And here after 10 years, it's still the same. I still feel the same. When she passed away, there was this there's so much yin and yang and there's so much yang and yin, and even though it was a very hard moment, it was also a very beautiful moment. And even though it was a very shattering moment, it was also a moment with so much love, because here our family had went through something very horrible together, but we were together. So all of the pain was also all of the love, and all of the loneliness was also all of the togetherness. And there was this hope for the future, and this feeling of, we're gonna get through this, we're gonna be all right, everything is gonna be all right. So the beginning was actually quite, joyful. And also now she was not suffering, and that really helps to put the shoulders down. But then what happens, like a week goes by and my mom does not show up. A month goes by and I've still not seen my mom. 2 months, 3 months, half a year go by and I'm still not waking up from the bad dream. And my mom is still not returning, I'm still not talking with her. That's really when slowly the grief comes. And what happened was that it swallowed me. The grief became my identity. I often now in my life think about, what is my message? What is my message to life? What is my message to my fellow human beings? What is my message to Mother Earth? I'm really conscious about what is my message. And when I think about what is my message, like back then, my message was, I lost my mom. I'm alone. I'm lonely. I'm cold. That was my message for many years. For many years. And the thing is, when this heavy grief swallowed me, my reality, my world became very gray. It became very heavy, became very dark, very lonely, and very cold. And there was not, I want to say any joy. There was not any joy, really. And what it does, like when this heavy grief comes, is like, it blinded me. I always knew in my heart that I am a loving, kind, an honest human being, yet I was living dishonest. I was hurting all of the people around me. All of the people around me. Why? Because we can only give that which we have. So I can only give you apples if I have apples. If I don't have apples, I cannot give you apples. And I did not have any love, and I did not have much joy, and I did not have much fun. What I was able to give was grief, heaviness, loneliness, pain. What about me? That was my big question to life. What about me? It's what I could give. What about me? So all of the people around me, I was dragging them down to be down at my place. Because it's better to suffer together than it is to suffer alone. And I did not know how to act any differently. So the more I was hurting, the more I was harming the people that I love, the more I was like desperately crawling towards my mom, who was always out of distance. The only thing, this was how it felt like, and such a prison to live in, right? The only thing that would help me, the only thing that would make me feel better if my mom is still alive. If that thing, which gave me all of the grief, did not happen in the first place. Or it could happen, but I would wake up from the dream and there's my mom. If I could somehow see her again, if I could somehow be with her again, if I could somehow cry with her again. My mom was my best friend. She was the love of my life. She meant everything to me. And she still means everything to me. If just I could have that moment with her again, then I would be alright. But of course I could never. Never could and never can. And that she was always out of a longer distance. So I became more desperate. The grief became more heavy, more gray, more dark. I often, when I'm reflecting about this time in my life, also back then, when like people were asking me, how are you feeling, Jonathan? The metaphor I would use would be like, I feel like I'm inside this heavy grave. That's not grave. Cave, there we go. I feel like I am in this cave and it's cold and dark and there's no light and it's dripping with cold water from the ceiling and I am naked and I am white because my skin does not get any sunlight and I'm lonely and I'm cold. That's how I feel. That's how I felt. And I felt like that for a long time. I felt like that for many years. And then here and there, like a beam of light would come in. A beam of warm sunlight would come in. And I would go to that hole, you know, and like hang on to that little beam of sunlight with my life. And this beam of sunlight was, of course, my friends and my loved ones. And can you imagine the pain? Hanging on to them with my life. Horrible. For them and for me. Painful. Horrible. Then one point in time, it was between Christmas and New Year's 2019, life presented me with meditation. And I had like gotten the hints before, but then I was like, meditation. Everyone can sit down. Like, and if you want to sit down and be useless, you can do that. You know, I was not open for meditation. But then somehow something in me had changed. And life presented me with meditation. And I just jumped right in. I was like, this is it. And I started meditating. And I did not know anything about meditation. I knew nothing about meditation. So I just started doing and trying. And then after a couple of days, I went to my friend, who's a Buddhist. And I was like, meditation! And you're a Buddhist, you know about meditation, right? And he was like, yes, Jonathan, let me share with you one simple meditation. And that's what he did. We sat down and shared with me the meditation. It's so simple, so simple. Whatever we're going through, we start with the breath, of course, like deep breath in, deep breath out. Whatever we're going through, we just take half a step back. That's it. That's the meditation. We just take half a step back. In this way, we can allow everything to flow while not drowning in it. Allowing, without interfering, without judging, without doing anything. Half a step back so we're not drowning. Just allow everything to flow. And this is a call of allow and return to the Tao, right? That absolutely changed my life. I was doing this every day. And what happens is that, well, for many years I was like pushing everything away because it was so hard to feel, like I did not want to feel it. But now for the first time in my life, I was like, all right, now I'm having a huge anxiety attack. I'm just gonna allow the anxiety to flow. Can you imagine how that was? That was horrible, horrible. And everything got worse. Everything got worse because finally I was allowing it. So all of that which was down there, I was just allowing it. Now this went on for a couple of months. And after a couple of months, one day, I was feeling very good that day. One day, without any warning or anything, I just said out loud, I don't need my mom. And it was such a huge moment for me because for 5 years I had been needing my mom. But quite suddenly I just said, I don't need my mom. I miss her, yes, but I don't need her. Like now I have done 5 years without her and I was not doing good, you know, but I was doing. Like I was okay. I was actually doing. My life was actually functioning. I don't need her. And that really gave me an opening. That gave me like an opening, a moment of freedom right there. I continued, and all of the anxiety continued, and all of the depression. No, everything just continued. And after 3 months, so this was, now we're in March, it was at my mom's birthday, 2020, I got a huge panic attack. Panic and anxiety attack. A huge one. I've never experienced anything like it. And I had to go and lay down. So I was laying down in the bed and I had closed my eyes and I was again like half a step back, Jonas, and just let it come, just let it flow. Half a step back. And then I just saw everything. I saw my relationship with my mom. I saw my relationship with my father, which was not good at the time either. For many years, I felt like I don't have any parents. I saw how the grief had become my identity. And I saw how this was not what my mom was wishing for me. And I saw all of this stuff. I saw that my message to life, that my message to friends is, I lost my mom. Poor me. That my message is, what about me? And I just, in agreement with myself, let it go. It was not like I forgave, anything like that. There was nothing to forgive. I literally just let it go. And when I woke up the next morning, I had no anxiety. I had no depression. I had no heaviness of the grief. Everything literally I just let it go in that moment. Which was very unusual. A way of being in life that was unexperienced of me. Because I was used to anxiety. So I was like, looking around the corner. Is anxiety coming back? The truck is coming. That's something. And in that moment, I let go of the heaviness of the grief. Now, am I still grieving? Yes, I am. Am I still in the feelings of grief? Yes, I am. But I am not identified with it. My message to life right now is not, I lost my mom. Now I have a different message. And the grief is part of that message, yes. But as something beautiful, right? What do we find inside of the yin? we find yang. That's my message with the grief. And I also really do see it as part of the richness of life. Life is very rich. Life is very rich with emotions, experiences. Life is very rich. And I definitely do see this as part of the richness of life. Here's what I learned. Putting up that the only thing that can make me feel better is if my mom was still alive or would come back. When I put up that is the only thing that can make me feel better, I will never be okay. Because that's saying the only thing that will heal my grief if that thing never happened to begin with, if I did not have the grief to begin with. And if I'd continued with that, I would still just be trapped. Do I still feel like this is just one big dream? Yes, I still feel that. But I am not putting up this. The only thing that will make me feel better is if my mom is still alive. If I do that, I will never heal. I will never heal from the grief. The second thing I learned was that what you resist persists, but that the only way to heal the grief is to go in. It is to go in, deep into the grief, and allow everything, feel everything. Let it flow. Go into the yin and allow everything to come out and be expressed. Allow the grief, allow the missing, allow the pain, allow that you wish that it was different. Allow that you wish that your parent or friend or whoever was still there. Allow everything to be exactly as it is. Allow them to turn to the Tao. Take a half step back and just go deep into the grief. My dearest, loveliest grandmother, she says that she's afraid of doing this. She's afraid of doing this because she says that if she starts crying, she will never stop. And if that is how you feel, I truly understand that. There's still no other way. I really do understand that, and there's still no other way. You will, at one time, stop crying, and there's only one way. Now let's take from the verse 26 of Tao Te Ching. This is the beginning of the verse. The heavy is the root of light. The heavy is the root of light. And this grief, certainly, and if you are experiencing grief, you know it. It is heavy. Now the heavy is the root of the light. Let's go into the yin. Let's allow everything to be. Just let it unfold and express. This is the only way. This is the only way of healing from the grief. If you want me to make more videos about this, write it down in the comments. I will make more videos about this. This has been my life for the last 10 years. For the last 10 years, I have been having a long journey with this grief. Thank you for watching. I really truly hope you got something out of this. I enjoyed expressing and reflecting upon this. It's very hard every time, and I really find it beautiful. I truly hope you got something out of it. May the sun shine on you as you smile. Have a beautiful day. See you in the next video, and be happy.